Hello and welcome. Today is our pre-travel day. We are flying from Manchester to Orlando for a holiday to Walt Disney World. First time we've been for quite a few years. First time we've been taking our kids. So join us as we travel. So today is pre-travel day. We're going to go and stay at the Holiday Inn at Manchester Airport before our flight tomorrow. So join us on our journey, our family holiday to Walt Disney World. So this is our first trip in quite a few years. In fact, it's our first trip since before COVID kicked off. So we're excited, looking forward to it. Although we are going to Walt Disney World, going for 2 weeks, we won't be staying at Walt Disney World Resort. Just a little bit too expensive for us, what we can do at the moment. So we'll be staying at the Encantada Resort, which is just off 192. We've stayed here quite a few times before. We like it. It is a little bit further out the way, but it is nice and quiet. Sometimes it is get a bit more peace and quiet from away from the park, so we do quite like that. And obviously gives us a bit of space to do things outside the parks as well. So once we get there, obviously tomorrow after our flight, we'll show you all around there. Place we really enjoy because we have been there before. We'll give you a nice tour of our resort. So here we are, Manchester Airport. Got a few planes taking off behind me on the runway. Just parked up. We've already checked in at the hotel. Didn't do the video for that. I'll do that when I get back. It's just at the car park now. Just about to wait for the bus. So these buses are free if you use any of the Manchester car parks. Take you to any of the 3 terminals. So just gotta wait for that to get back to one of the terminals to get back to the hotel. And once we get there, I will give you a little look at the hotel we're staying at. So just stood here waiting for the bus and looked at some of the signage here. Actually noticed that Manchester Airport car park actually offer breakdown help. And also it also says here you can get a jump start from one of the buses if you need it. Didn't know that was actually a thing. And also DLC, keep an eye on the car park, check the cars are okay. And obviously cover windows, it doesn't have to open if there's rain. That plane that came into Lansdowne was a very nice one, but that's obviously very good for them. So obviously just contact them if you need any help. I never actually knew they offered this service, but it is good to know that they will help you if you need something from the car park. Obviously you're not going to miss while you're away, so good to know for when you come back. So just got off the bus now at Terminal 2. It took quite a while, that one. Normally they're pretty quick, then buses, but took a while. But I do have to say, those drivers are always really happy. Always got lots of jokes, always very helpful. Never had a bad bus driver from Manchester Airport. So now I'm just going to cross back over to the hotel and I'll give you a show around there. I'll also try and show how close the hotel is to the airport. So for how close the Holiday Inn is compared to Terminal 2 here at Manchester Airport. Terminal 2 just over there, just the entrance for departure. So you go in, go up the lift, that's where that is. And literally right ahead, just turn you around now. Right ahead just there is the Holiday Inn, so that's where we're staying. So we just need to cross over there now to get in. So don't make the mistake that I just did. You used to be able to go through this little gate here to cross over. But I've moved it, so there's the entrance just there through the car park, just over this road. And I'll be into Holiday Inn. Once I get inside, I'll give you a look around. So I've actually got 2 entrances here to Holiday Inn. So I've got this one here to the side. I'm guessing if you want to walk, you go that way. But there's also where the cars come in through the road. There's a car park. So I'll try and show you through this way. So here is the front entrance of the Holiday Inn. So we'll try and get a better video in the morning and have a quick look around the lobby. So now we're just going to go get some food. I will show you the menu for the hotel, but we're probably not going to use it. We're not a huge fan of it. Not that the food's bad, we're just not a fan of what's here. I think we're going to order McDonald's, have it in the room. So this is actually the menu that's done in the restaurant here at the Holiday Inn. I've had food here before, I like the food, but it's not the best menu for us. That's why we thought we're going to get McDonald's. We're here at the Holiday Inn. So we've got a little cupboard here on our left with some hangers. Sinks down there, a few extra towels, things like that. We've got the bathroom here, quite a big bathroom. The toilet, sink, and shower. I believe you can get a bath, so I think if you want a bath, go and request that. 2 beds, got a double bed and a pull-out bed. It's double sized, obviously it chills here as well. Lots of plugs, USBs, we've got a little desk here with a chair and an extra tilt table, and obviously TV here as well. So a few amenities, a few little teas and coffees, a little bit of milk, cups and kettles, things like that. Anything you want like that. As I said, we've seen it a number of times before, it works well for us, it's really close to the terminal, so it makes that nice and easy. You probably can get some, I said I'm not a huge fan of what's in the restaurant, that's why we decided to get takeout. It's about a 20-minute walk from the airport pub. You can probably walk that pretty easily if you want to go there, get a pint, a few drinks, stay on there as well. But other than that, location and what we get from the room are perfect for us. Let's go out on McDonald's now and I'll put a roundup of today before we wake up for our travel day tomorrow. So it is a couple of hours later now, kind of just chilling, waiting to get ready for bed and try to get the boys down to up early in the morning. Got an 11 AM flight to try and get over to the airport for 8. I know we're right across the road, but still time to get up and get ready. On the hotel, we've obviously been here before. The 2 beds, the double bed is really comfortable, the sofa bed is quite hard. But other than that, the hotel is so clean, can't fault it other than that. I know the only letdown point for us is the restaurant. We pick it for the price, for the location, we like the rooms, it's nice and clean. I think we had a bit of an issue to realise we had no hairdryer, but at reception though, they brought one up right away, so can't fault the service there. Only one other thing I noticed earlier on my tour, I didn't really show it very well, apologies for the echo that this will give. But the shower actually has 2 heads, so it's got a rainfall head and a kind of, not sure what you call the other head. But you've got 2 options, you can turn them both on at the same time, so it gives you 2 different options there. But yeah, looking forward to tomorrow now, so you're ready to get onto our flight, and we're looking forward to our holiday. I hope you join us for the second part of this video when we go and check in. Probably next do a quick one in the morning, try and show the lobby a bit better than I did in the hotel, and then we'll also go through check-in, security, and I'll catch up with you in the terminal. Good morning, it's travel day, we're up, getting ready, finishing getting ready now in the hotel room. Got a few more minutes before we need to leave. Our night here, the beds weren't great last night, it was quite a poor night's sleep. But you know, we do quite like it, like I said, for the location. So finish getting ready now, go down, get our bags checked in, get through security, and I'll probably see you on the other side. I will try and do a bit of the lobby, but depends what time we've got. There are plenty of pictures of it online, but there's nothing too much to it. Kind of just check-in desk, a little seating area, very little, and kind of the bar in the restaurant. But yeah, very excited for our travel day now. So, like I said, probably do this now. You might not, if I can't get the bit through the lobby, next time you probably see me is when we've got through security, do the check-in, just with the amount of bags we've got to carry, that's all. Get the bags through onto check-in, get through security, and we'll see you on the other side. Just waiting at our gate now, quick look at what we believe is our plane. We had some breakfast at, I think it's Bridgewater Exchange. Nice breakfast, decent price, get a look at the runway as well. Just waiting at our gate now, should open any minute. Checking with Aer Lingus was a bit chaos. We couldn't do combined baggage for some reason, even though no website says you can. A bit of a mix up with the baggage. We even got a suitcase left that's on our allocation, but over 1 kilogram they were being a bit of a pain about it. It's not a good first experience with Aer Lingus. In the end they did sort it out, but it seemed a lot for over 1 kilogram. Bearing in mind we had a whole suitcase and all that we weren't using. So yeah, just waiting on our plane now. Once we get on, we'll have a look at that. I'll let you know how the flight goes. We have now taken off up in the air, a bit of a delay to our flight, so a little bit later than our planned. Boys settled quite well, weren't great for takeoff, but I've settled on quite well now. Got the tablets, both watching Monsters University. Let's have a look, go through the on-flight entertainment we've got. So, films as well. Some new ones, got the new Tom Cruise, the new John Wick, Ballerina. Kids quite happy as you can hear, got a few new films. Let's see quite a few of these, I'll catch up on some of these. I'll probably pick a film, see how far we can get through. We've also got about 8 hours 35, so a long way to go. See how the boys will go with that, and probably back the oven and get some food. So food has arrived. I've got a gluten-free meal, so it was like chicken with some sort of green beans and potentially some potato. It was quite nice actually. Got a little bowl there with some melon, some water, a little salad, and a nice bread bowl. But obviously gluten-free bread bowls are pretty hard, so we'll see what this is like. Give it a rating for that. Obviously it was quite nice gluten-free meal. I'm actually waiting for the kids to get to eat it. We'll see how it goes. But yeah. You get a gluten-free meal on Aer Lingus. This is what you'll get. I have to say that gluten-free meal was lovely. The chicken, I thought it would be sweet potato, but I think it was like the sauce, a little bit spicy but nice. Finished up the green beans as well, which aren't normally my favourite, but worked with the sauce. It was lovely. A nice bit of melon. Wasn't too keen on the salad, like a bit of an orange salad. So I wasn't too keen on that. But overall, that was a lovely gluten-free meal. Wasn't given a choice on what to have, so I'm guessing you have the one meal. Thumbs up for the gluten-free meal. I'm currently about 4.5 hours away from Orlando, actually about exactly halfway through. Got some ice cream to keep us going now, halfway through. I think we're still a bit early at Atlantic Ocean. I haven't quite hit the coast of America yet. I'll give you another update when we get one. Give them a meal before we take up when we get classes to gluten-free. One is like some chips, a bit like hash brownie, and a kid's version is a sandwich and hash brown. I don't know if it's just gluten-free, I don't get the sandwich, but when I do get something else. But obviously not bad, these look quite nice, these sandwiches look pretty decent as well. About 2 hours left to go now. We are here, finally we're in Orlando Airport now, touchdown. Alright, flight with Aer Lingus. I'll go for a bit of a review of that later on, as well as a bit of a review on using this new Terminal C, how that worked. Been a pretty good deal going through this Terminal C, that's all good. So we also got a car hire to go and sort out. I'm picking up some car seats. So problem is the car seats decided to go to Terminal B rather than Terminal C, so we'll go to Terminal B to pick up the car seats. And then we can also pick up our car from Terminal B anyway. It doesn't matter which terminal we go for that, if we go for Alamo. So we'll go and do that and I'll catch up with you guys later on. For the first ride of the holidays, we go to the terminal train over to Terminal B. So this is our transport for the week, Ford Expedition, pretty huge car. I think it's actually a 7-seater, we needed it for the boy, just fit in the car seats now, get our stuff in and then we'll be on our way. Finally, end of the day. What you'll probably see now is the house tour and the look around the car that I actually filmed next day. But for you guys, you've already seen it. Just so tired when we got back. The boys were absolutely knackered when we got back. So we came back, did a quick order on maybe Uber Eats or something like that. I'm not sure which one it was, just to get a bit of food and some milk and stuff like that. Because plan was to come back, drop the case off quicker at Target, but we were just that tired that we didn't bother doing that. Hence why I haven't done a house tour, hence why I probably shouldn't in the car either. I had a few issues when we got back to the hotel. It seemed like a day of just issues today. We got to our hotel, security guy was super nice, went to the reception, got our which villa we were staying at. When we came to the house, they go on door codes. Door code didn't work for whatever reason. Obviously, boys were getting upset because they wanted to come in. So we had to ring up and get them to give us a new door code. So that wasn't an ideal start to that. But house will be lots of space. So you'll have seen the obviously house tour. That's just the reason why. Obviously, you'll notice that it's a different day when I do that. But I thought I'd add that in anyway. Did a few other bits around one side of 192. On our way here, when we go tomorrow to Disney, I'll show the other side, because this is where we like to stay on 192, or just off it. Nice and quiet here, always is nice and quiet at this resort. And I will show some up by the reception and the clubhouse, but also by the pool and things when I get a chance. We've slightly different areas of the resort that we normally get. It's quite pushed around towards the back, whereas normally we're more towards the side. This is the first time we haven't been in a certain row of houses in all the times we've been here. Yeah, a bit of trouble coming in. Other things we had today is obviously the flight. The check-in this morning was a bit of a nightmare. I know to a point I don't know what they have on the case, but on the website it does say about you can combine the weight between the cases. And we were entitled to 4 cases, we've only brought 3, and we've been very fussy over one case being a kilogram over. I don't think it was even a full kilogram over. So that took a while for us to sort. Got through. Everything else in the airport was great. Sort of all that I've got on our flight. Food was really good, to be fair, on Aer Lingus. Can't fault them on that. Really surprised how good the gluten-free meal was. Showed a few videos of that. I haven't looked back through the footage at the moment to see how much you can hear. The plane was quite loud, to be fair. So you might not be able to hear a lot of that, so I might just voice over a few bits on that when I come to edit the video. But no, I'm not quite sure what I think of Aer Lingus. I feel like all the food was alright, to be fair. It felt like it was a flight took a long time. We went through a lot of turbulence. Probably good maybe 2 hours at one point of turbulence. Or at least combined across the whole flight. But it felt like it took a long time. I'm just not sure whether... I feel like Virgin have a slightly better customer service than Aer Lingus did. It was... I could see if it's a one-off flight though. Obviously we've got another flight coming back, so we'll see how that is. I know it was a lot cheaper, but we'll have a look at that and we'll see what it was. So one of the issues was they came and give you your food, which is great. It just seems forever before they came back and collected any empty trays. So they were kind of sitting there for quite a while. And although I had the aisle seat, because obviously the plates were on my tray, sorry, my table, the end armrest doesn't lift up. I didn't have to try and just put the trays on the floor to get out. And it's been a little bit fussy, but it just felt like they could have done that a little bit more. But other than that, it wasn't too bad. We then got to the airport. One good thing about Terminal C is you get your baggage and things before you go through customs or security. And that was pretty good, to be fair. Waited there, didn't wait too long for our cases. They came pretty quick. We had to wait for a pram. I thought they would have hopefully focused on the prams first, obviously parents and things like that. But other than that came through. And I know a lot of people talk about the NPC app now. We just went through another normal immigration line. We weren't there long at all. I don't even know if we were waiting 5 minutes and we were through, which is pretty good. Whether that was just the luck of the day, it probably is, or whether that's the benefit of going through this new Terminal C. So we did that. That was all great, and then we had to go get the car seats. The Painwell's the company we used. I will get the name and I'll put it on the screen. I forgot to ask Claire which one it was before I did this clip. They went to Terminal B instead of Terminal C, which is a bit frustrating. So we had to take the trip over to Terminal B, get the car seats from there. The only benefit we had was Alamo was right outside where we rented our car. So we had to get the car seats. We could go straight outside and use the Alamo at Terminal B to get our car there. It's so strange because it's such a huge car. We're used to quite small cars, to be fair. Even our normal car home isn't as big as what we've got, but we need it for the cases, for the boys. The car seats seem pretty good at the moment, though. I don't think the boys got a full experience of them because they're all tidy red, but they did fall asleep in them, so they must be comfortable for the boys, which is good. So yeah, a little bit of a stressful day. Travel days always are, I think. We got here in the end, then. We're looking forward to our 2 weeks at Disney. Including on top of that, we've got one night. We're doing Halloween Horror Nights as part of our second week. When we've got someone to look after the boys for us. So that'll be awesome. Looking forward to that. Thank you. If you've made it this far, thank you so much for watching my video. It's great. Give me any feedback. It's all welcome. I know it. Some of the footage is great, but I'm just trying to get used to this. Trying to show off what I'm. Show off one of our holidays, and hopefully I can make a channel out of this. That's what I really look forward to doing. So tomorrow, I think the plan tomorrow is Horror Studios. Obviously by the time you're seeing this, I'm going to get up early and do the footage I haven't done of the house and the car. We probably need to go shopping at some point, get some proper food as well. We've only got a few bits and bobs in here and there. But yep, if you enjoyed this video, thank you very much. And the next video will be out soon. I'm not sure what plan I've got on when I'm releasing these. Once I get back and I've been editing the videos, I can work out a plan whether I do one a week or 2 a week. I'll see what I can do. But thank you very much. Join us again for the next video. Will be full day one, I suppose, of our trip here at Walt Disney World.